Welcome back. New channel, new videos. Finally we get to show you how we cook everything we cook here. Today we're making our tomahawk steak, and as you can see, this is a massive steak. It's at least 2 inches, talking about 4 pounds, and I'm gonna start the process early. Trisha is still filming Patreon downstairs. This needs to be patted down, salted. We'll let it sit for an hour or two, get to room temperature, get the salt to pull out all the liquids, and just season it early, and then we'll get started. Since this steak is so big, I'm gonna leave it on this for now just to make it easier. We're going to dry it really well. We're going to use this salt. Last time I used it, it came out really good. What I do is I use a spoon. I haven't seen anyone do it. I just figured it's kind of a good way to embed the salt in there. It works really well. You can see that the salt doesn't fall down as much. It really stays in there. You want to do all the sides. And since this steak is so thick, you're going to do it here too. I'm going to add some pepper. When cooking a steak like this, one of the things you want to do is set your time correctly, because you want to let it sit at least for an hour. From my experience, this size steak is going to take around 2 hours in the oven, and then we're going to sear it for like 10 minutes, you know, like 2-3 minutes on each side. So we need 3+ hours to get all of this ready. So we're planning to eat around 6 o'clock, so 3 o'clock we're starting, okay? So that's just to give you kind of like the time frame of what to expect when you cook a steak like this, the way that I cook it. We are ready to put the steak in. This is a gift Trisha's dad gave me. I cook a lot for them, and he thought, oh, it's something you might use. At the beginning I was a little skeptic that I'll need it, but last time it was just much easier to cook the steak with the sensor. So I'm going to put this in the center of the steak, and then I'm going to set the temperature manually to 125, and the oven is going to be on 250, 300. Since I can monitor it, sometimes I change the temperature of the oven to see, you know, the time. So it calculates how long it's going to take. If I wanted to go a bit faster, can go up a bit. It also tells me the temperature in the oven, which is really interesting. So then you can learn how hot your oven really is. So we want to have our sensor go in all the way to this mark, and we're going to try to hit this middle and from the middle. So probably this could be a good spot, like this, like that. So I'm going to do that right from here up to that point. And then it gives us a good idea of the temperature outside and the temperature in here that we want to be on 125. We're going to put it on our rack. As you can see, the bone is lifting it up. I'm just going to switch it up so it rests flat. And the last thing I'm going to do is put aluminum foil on the bone, because I don't want that to burn. So that's it, we're ready to go. We got the foil on the bone, we don't want that to burn. We're on a rack, we want the heat go from all the sides, and our sensor in the middle. Like I said, I put it on 300 right now just to get it moving faster, to get to the temperature we want. But once we're there, we will We might bring it down to 250. That's it. See you in a couple of hours. We took the steak out. This is what we got here. It looks beautiful. I would eat it right now, but we want to sear it and get a really good flavor and crust on it. We're going to use a cast iron that I use for all the steak. We got oil that, high smoke point, so we're going to use avocado oil. In there we're going to put rosemary, garlic, and butter. We want our cast iron to be really hot. You might need to use this to hold, sometimes you need to hold the steak as you go because it obviously doesn't fit there. In the high heat, we're gonna just sear the steak. Then we're gonna lower the temperature to get everything else in, the garlic, the rosemary, and the butter, because we don't want those to burn. So we're gonna wait with that a little longer. Again, you can use the bone to push the steak so it actually touches the surface. It's really noisy now, but I just want to show you we're getting a beautiful crust on it. I did lower the temperature to medium now because I'm going to start adding the butter, garlic, and rosemary. We have to turn the fan on too, open some windows just so we get all that smoke out. We're adding some rosemary. I crush the garlic and then I add them in so they can open up the flavor. You can see we got a really good crust here. Now we're going to get some of the butter, move it around so it really gets in there. The temperature is lower now, so it's more manageable. Since it's still hot, I'm going to watch over the rosemary. If I see that it's starting to burn, I'll take it out. But we're pretty much there. Like, this steak is pretty much ready to go. And that's it. This steak is pretty much ready. Okay, so we're gonna let the steak by yourself. Good job. While Malibu is helping here, I'm gonna add some some of the butter and all the juices onto the steak while it rests here. And while it needs to sit for 10 minutes, is the perfect amount of time to make the eggs. So now we're just gonna make kind of runny eggs, because Trisha loves to dip every bite of steak with the egg yolk. And yeah, this is beautiful. No, I got most of it ready. Got plates, forks, knives. Yes, Alice.
Hi! What are you doing? That's so cute. Hey! Alice, only.
Oh, you want chocolate milk?
Let me see. What is it?
Eggs are almost ready. We'll just give them one more minute there. Okay, so this is the final product. The steak looks perfect. We got eggs, and our client is waiting outside. So let's go serve her the steak.
Yay! Oh my gosh.
First thing you do is you cut off the bone. Okay. And then we get the eye of the steak, the center of it.
Wow. The eggs are perfect, yeah.
That's good.
My chef over here.
This is the best part, by the way.
Wow. This is the best part. Wow. This is amazing. Oh my god, babe. I have to take a picture of this. This looks so good. Wow. But this piece, I don't know, you guys can't see, but
You show them.
that piece is so good. Wow. Oh my gosh.
I think there's anything left on the bone.
These eggs are delicious, babe. Thank you so much. Man, I was looking forward to this meal so much during the workout. I was like, I can't wait to have this.
Me too. There were so many snacks over there, and I was like, no, no, no.
Snacks over where?
Just in the kitchen. And
Oh, yeah.
the kids, and I was like, okay, no.
After podcast, I'd always get like Panda Express or Wendy's, but no, I just savor it for this. Wow.
I love anything that's super like crusty, and I like that.
Wow, this is amazing. Did you do a whole cooking video?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
You know, steak is simple because it really just sits in the oven for hours. I love these parts.
I love to hear that because I could eat this all the time.
But the end is so hectic and crucial. It's like high heat, you fry it like.
Yeah, the egg is so good.
Quite amazing.
So amazing. I'm obsessed with it. Just the egg and steak combo is delicious.
Yeah, the eggs gives it certain richness.
I get so full off this meal, like weirdly. I feel like I would never be full off this in the past. I just feel good eating it too. Wow. Is this gonna be your first video on your channel?
The first one made for it, yeah. The other one is I did put the tin fish and the carbone sauce.
That was a good one. Next up, we need a sponsorship from Snake Farm. Their steaks are really so good. At Four Seasons, they have Snake Farm.
Yeah, they do.
I'm full. One more bite.
I'm gonna cut a piece for Aquaman to munch on.
We should have served it to Appleman, like those TikToks.
That's fine.
Wow.
Every week we'll serve it to another kid.
He would love that big bone. Oh my god.
Malibu loves steaks. She's the one.
Wow. This is perfectly cooked. Well, they say the way through to a man's heart is your stomach, but to a woman's heart too. I literally am like always in love with you. Make this. I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. Wow.
Now we can make it too.
You think they can at home?
Yeah.
Delicious.
And you can have a simple sensor. There's ones that I have an old one. It's just like a dial in a sensor, so that's an option too.
My dad was so excited about this gift of temperature to you.
Because if you want to get the perfect cook for you, whatever it is, because you can figure it out, the temperature for, if you want it well done, medium well, medium rare, it's just about the temperature. So if you can monitor the temperature inside, then you can know exactly how your steak is cooked.
Okay, steak expert. Did you always cook steaks? Like you have a whole life before me that I don't even know about. So I'm like, are you a steak cooker?
I definitely grew up with lots of like barbecuing and meat, and my dad was a good chef and he would cook a lot of meat. But he never had a sensor in his life,
It was just perfect.
We would just see it and know more or less, and sometimes you just cut it. You just cut it in to see how it is in the middle. And
yeah, like a natural clock. And you were vegetarian at the time, right?
Well, later on, yeah.
Was he just like, what? You love my meat?
But growing up as a kid, we ate meat and lamb and everything.
Oh, Mom. It feels so good. And so nice. I love it stays lighter, too. You guys know. If you follow the podcast, you know I love a steak on the veranda during the day. It's perfect. Thank you.
Sunset.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Is there an outro? Okay.
Let us know what else you want us to cook. What do you want me to cook and her to taste?
That part. I'll taste anything you cook. This was amazing. Okay. Bye, Chef Moses.